Hey everybody, how's it? This is Jeeves, your old composer here at the Decomposer Lounge, decomposing right before your eyes. Sorry, I just went there. This is day 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, of my 5 days of acoustic. This is my acoustic summer session series here. And I realized a lot of the songs that I did were very heavy. And acoustic, you know, kind of recompositions of songs that are played as bands, the tendency is that some of the songs that are there obviously have a different kind of power and impact when it's sung in a very intimate kind of venue, such as we've been seeing here with all the bands that I chose. Well, actually you chose this week. But I chose this one, and I chose Alterbridge, Watch Over You. I remember this song not only for its melody, but for its vocal performance and everything. And I know that the song is probably not still a very uplifting, like, yay, let's go party, have kind of a maybe Cabo, Margaritaville style track or something like that. But I figure this would be a really nice, uplifting track in its composition and stuff to get us into the weekend so we can all enjoy safely our weekend. So once again, you know the shtick. Any ads run. Doesn't monetize my channel. If you want to support me in the channel, buy me a cup of coffee, super cool beans. If you want to support the thing I do with the kids as a ventriloquist, you can also buy some of the merch, where 100% of it goes to Kapiolani Women's and Children's Hospital here in Hawaii. Okay guys, let's do this. Alterbridge, Watch Over You, live from Amsterdam. Hey. All right.
All right. I want to see all those cell phones in the air. Yeah. Leaves are on the ground. Fall has come. Blue skies turning gray. Like my love, I tried to carry you and make you home, but it was never enough. I must go, and who save you when I'm gone? And who watch over you when I'm gone?
Well, as I said at the beginning of the video, Myles Kennedy's voice is to me probably one of the most prolific rock voices of our time. I mean, and I say this not that he is, in the sense that not that he's in the stratosphere beyond any. There's so many great voices that I've heard on this journey, on this channel with you, and all the suggestions you've given me of all these bands. I've heard some incredible ranges, the new growling techniques that I learned about growling, you know, on this journey and stuff. But I think for me, maybe because of the trajectory of my soundtrack of life and the vocals that I've heard from, you know, the 60s all the way until today, if I had to, you know, if I had to put a top 3, he's definitely in that top 3. So I'm not a vocal coach, so I don't know how to go into the tones and stuff of his voice and stuff, but the nuances within his voice reminds me a lot like a saxophone. You know, you've all heard a saxophone player play, and depending on what kind of breath and what kind of tension I believe they put on the reed, and they can buzz a note, give it a slight edge, and then there's these pure, crispy, beautiful sounds that cut through. Now, of course, I've always, treated the lead singer as an instrument without listening to the words. But in the case of these last few days of me doing this acoustic, and also, you know, this here, you can hear the words clearly, and therefore, to me, because I'm able to hear the words, it's pulling me into a different position of listening to the music outside of just dissecting tracks. And in this case, there's only 2 tracks. So you got the guitar and the vocals, and he's got these beautiful nuances and everything. But one thing that I believe also makes this track absolutely monstrous in its performance as a single guitar is the tuning of the guitar. I don't know what the tuning is. I don't know if it's DADGAD, D-A-D-G-A-D in its tuning, or I don't know. But when you're working with an open tuning guitar, this isn't drop A, or D or B or anything, just this completely open tune where you actually play, you strum one, pattern, or just strum with open it and it's already a beautiful chord. That lends itself to the power of voicing. That voicing setup lends itself to a much beautiful and more powerful and spread out sound. In its natural ability to create harmonies in that open, kind of vibe. Did I say that right? I think I said it right. Anyhow, because of the guitar tuning, also I think it's a tremendous impact on this song. Anyhow, I blah blah blah. Let's go.
Watch over you when I'm gone. You say you care for me, but hide it well. How can you love someone not yourself? And who is gonna save you when I'm gone? And who watch over you when I'm gone?
Okay, I'm sorry. I do want to mention one thing. One thing that is absolutely tremendous is the engineering on this. In a live performance, I think the engineering is absolutely masterful. Even though it's probably taken in after this was recorded and maybe cleaned up, or add a little more compression, I think it's absolutely stunning for a live performance. Also, the other bit about that engineering is it's just such a wonderful element to have. You hear the audience in the background with the room mics. I don't know what it's like inside when they perform, but it seems to be, how drums have overhead mics, little stereo overhead mics to pick up all those nuances, to give it the ambience that an engineer can work with to make the sound bolder and more ambient or pull it back and stuff. Well, apparently, I guess in stadiums or concert halls and stuff like that, there are mics, I think, that pick up audience sounds. And by virtue of that, it even gives this performance a much wider sound, because you hear people clapping. It's a person here, you can hear it go, yay, and then over here, yeah, and then clapping, kind of in unison, ununison kind of stuff going on, or that might happen, that's a very powerful component, to this performance for me, is having that ambience back there. Ambiance, okay.
And when I'm gone, oh, break your fall. Oh, will you, babe? I can't go on and let you lose it all, more than I can take. Oh, ease your pain, ease your pain. You ready to sing this with me? Here we go. And he's gonna save you when I'm gone. And watch over you, yeah. And we'll give you strength when you're Snow is on the ground. Winter's come. You long to hear my voice, but I'm long gone. Thank you so much. Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Oh, man. What a beautiful performance. And I'm saying that in the essence, too, that, you know, when I listen to it with my decomposing ears, the performance trajectory of I guess, you know, the fact that it got each verse got a little more complex in the performance with his vocals and stuff, maybe a little louder with the, you know, strumming, and then he gets into that big bridge section, and then, you know, before that everybody's clapping in tempo, and it's bringing the energy up and bringing the energy up, and then what does he do is he asks us all to sing along with him because that hook is so strong. You know, I'm sorry I messed around with that. I did a harmony. I was like, can I harmonize on the fly? But that was a really super great performance, and I think that was an absolutely excellent way to end my 5-4-5 summer. What was it? Now I forget. I don't know. My series. The older I get, the better I was. Thank you guys for hanging out this week. This was fantastic. I had a great time. I may do 1 week a month. Somebody had suggested that. I said, hey, maybe I do it that way instead of every Monday. I don't know. You know me. I say I do things, and then sometimes I realize, oh, that's going to be a little harder than I expected. Also, just by saying that, if you're still here, you know, I did declare that I was going to try to do new band Mondays, and I'm actually having a bit of a challenge with that because I don't know if it's new bands that I haven't heard for a few years, or maybe I should look up record companies online and try to find new bands that were just signed that I don't know. So I'm still like that. Don't worry, I'm not that bobo. I'm still trying to figure that out and all that sort of stuff. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Thank you guys for those of you who have bought me a cup of coffee, and it helps what I do with the kids. This performance will be down below along with the link. And also, if you want to join me on Patreon, I've been having really good time over there. I did my first lyrical breakdown of a Tool song, and that was really fun and totally elevated my experience to another level. But you guys have a great weekend. It's going to be a beautiful sunny weekend. This is the first weekend of summer. And actually here, we're getting a really late northwest swell, which here where I live should be dead flat in the summer. So there's going to be some waves this week. All right. Going to have to work. The beach is that way. All right. All right, guys. Take care. Have a great weekend. See you.